Hello all, and welcome to another edition of Yacht's Tutorials. This one will be the path to the Anomaly. Dude, that's not a moon, that's a space station. Oh, wait. So, we just got finished getting to that monolith, and it tells us, find the mysterious messenger, make your way into space. Don't have any launch thruster fuel. Know how to make that? We go in here. We make a metal plating. Actually, I make several at a time. Wait a minute, I already have some because I made a bunch last time. So I quick charge that. I know how to do that. X and triple click on the mouse.
Technology recharge.
That'll put one in there, and then I launch. Point my nose at the sky, and let's for a second. Lose the atmosphere, and as soon as I'm in space, it'll tell me to access the galaxy map. Where it'll give me a line. And if you notice, if I rotate my mouse without touching any buttons, it sort of gives me a cursor that goes different directions. I showed you this last time. I want my cursor to be on the line, and when it is, I hold down on the left mouse button until it takes me where I want to go. But my hyperdrive has no fuel, so I need to make fuel. So I drop back out of my galaxy map to make some fuel. I know how to do that. So I create a couple of antimatters because I want more than one, and a couple of antimatter housings because I want more than one, and I combine them to make warp cells. And then I quick charge.
Technology recharge.
Then back into the hyperdrive, and once again make sure that I'm on the line, and then hold down on the and into warp I go. Unlike last time, I will not get an error this time. That was just the first time you go into it. As I come out of warp, I get a message. I use my quick menu to answer the message, and the message doesn't really matter because she can't hear me answer her. I say she, but all of the pronouns here are non-gender specific. I identify her as she because it's one of those rescue the damsel in distress sort of things. And I've always identified the damsel in distress as female. You know, it's one of those old style medieval things. Orient on the red dot, which I just did, and you're on your way. Drop down towards the red dot, and if you're lucky, before you land, you'll spot the ship that's near the red dot. There's a crashed ship somewhere near that red dot. If you spot it, don't land. Just find the crashed ship. It's not a freighter this time. It's an actual ship, kind of like yours, but different. So as you come in, slow down and sort of look around and see if you spot a crashed ship nearby. If you don't, orient on the red dot and land. And 400 meters that direction. This is a low atmosphere planet, which acts like a low gravity planet. So basically your jump jets last forever and take you really high. So I will demonstrate that in a moment. Take you really high and really far. So when you do the
Suit power cells depleted.
when you do the jump slide that I like, you can get a really nice distance to got off the path there. That direction. YouTube. Right there's the ship. Okay, so this is a demonstration of something that the game does to you. Somehow it dropped us off the mission that we're supposed to be on. You will notice that we're not seeing the red dot anymore. Somehow it... Actually, where is the red dot? Oh, we are on the mission. We're just not seeing the coordinates because I haven't scanned. I let it scan and finalize the signal. And boom, there's my red dot. Go to the communication ball. Repair these. That finishes that mission. And this ship right here is claimable, but it is broke as hell. So, oh, I didn't finish talking to the communication bell. Extract the records. There we go. That gives me the advanced mining laser, which I am not going to install right now. So, I go back to the ship. I compare it, and I claim it. If I jump in it, that ship becomes mine, and I won't be able to find my other ship. So, if you want to find your other ship, or call your other ship, do it now. If you had any launch fuel in the other ship, you'd be able to call it with your quick menu. If you didn't, you won't be able to, so run back to it. So, I jump in the ship, and the only things I want to fix are these two items right here. They should be in the top left corner. Launch thruster and pulse engine. I can make both of these items in my inventory. And these items right here. This I can make in my inventory. This I can make in my refiner. Apologies for the noise. There's my wife is making something for lunch. So I need a dihydrogen jelly, a hermetic seal, a metal plating, and some pure ferrite. Find some dihydrogen to make dihydrogen jelly. I actually already have pure ferrite. So back to the ship.
Shield down.
So I go here and click.
Prepared.
Still need to make the what was it that I needed? I thought it was a carbon nanotube, but it's not. It is a hermetic seal. I made the wrong thing. Hermetic seal needs condensed carbon. Drops the portable refiner on the ground.
Technology recharge.
Put a little bit of carbon in there. And start a process. It's KD condensed carbon. And I don't need to pick it, I don't need to empty it, I just pick it up and everything is over. Now I can make the hermetic seal. Now I can fix this.
Component prepared.
And I can fix this.
Component prepared.
This is the reason that I don't pick everything. Because all of these items are broken, it would take me literal hours to fix everything and find all the materials to fix everything. So, rather than fixing everything, I take it to the space station after I'm done finding the anomaly and sell it off for cash. And we're ready to fly. Those two items are all I need to fly. So, I'm in my ship, ready to go. As soon as I launch, point my nose at the sky, head for space. As soon as I reach space, I'll get a message from Nala. I don't want to be in the field right now. Saying, hi, how are you? Tell the truth. Your signal is familiar. They think you're Artemis, who owned this ship and the communication ball. And there's the anomaly. See the reference to that's no moon, that's a space station? Yes, it looks just like the Death Star. So, welcome to the anomaly. From the outside, it looks like the Death Star. From the inside, it looks more like a Jedi temple. For a moment, I'm going to turn on multiplayer. All of these people, all of these ships, everything you see in here, this is the multiplayer hub for No Man's Sky. You want to hire so we can get a bit of that in the morning. But these are all people that play No Man's Sky. This is called the Nexus. If you look at it, look up at it, this is how you would choose missions that you do for what's called Quicksilver, one of the secondary currencies in No Man's Sky for buying items and buildable items and wearable items in No Man's Sky. So, on to the mission. First thing you want to do is go talk to the High Priest and the Anomaly, sort of like Yoda. All of them is here. Her name is Nala. Its name is Nala. Since it's a robot of something, ask about Nada. Nada. I always call her Nala. Hello. Let's go to the space station. Okay, done with them. Polo is right across the hall from her, right across the room from her. and speak to Polo. Much shorter, looks a lot more like Ditto. There was always a signal, always a trace. Ask how. Done there, and they want you to speak to other travelers and connections. So basically, they want you to go down into this area and speak to various people. They'll have you speak to this person right here because as your days progress and you're exploring planets and finding rocks and creatures and things like that, you'll be able to speak to this person right here. You'll say, "Hi, young one. You've explored planets and things. Would you like to share what you've found with me?" And they'll give you nanites. Not very many in the grander scheme of things because there are a lot more to be learned other ways, but still. Now it says visit a technology researcher, and that room is back up the ramp and to the right. And in here, to the left, you have the Starship Researcher first. The terminal immediately after them is where you buy your buildable parts, a much larger version of the buildable terminal in your base. The Exosuit Researcher, all these people gathered around are other players. Multi-tool researcher for researching parts for your multi-tool weapons, and the exocraft researcher for researching parts for your exocraft, your drive around craft on the planet. So we don't have enough nanites to buy anything, but I want to show you what happens. When you go in, they'll talk to you for a sec, and they'll give you a menu like this, and these are what the options look like. You'd be able to buy one of these parts and then have the option to install it. Here, if you had some of those dug up things like you found on the planet, you'd have the option to install them by switching from one tab to the next and choosing what you like. And as you can see, it's a much larger and more expanded version of the list that you see at the terminal that you built on your base. Okay. Back out of the forgot to mention, the terminal opposite that terminal is something called the Synthesis Laboratory. All of the things that you are already able to build, life support, dihydrogen jelly, warp cells, ion battery, carbon, and starship launch fuel. There are many, many other things that you are able to learn how to build by earning nanites. You can earn the blueprints for them by simply buying them here. As you go along the storyline, you don't have to buy them because you'll be given them. But if you want to get a jump on the run, earn a bunch of nanites and come up here and buy them so that you've got a jump on it. Also, those round boxes that you see everywhere, these are what you need to get them open. These three atlas. The first one gets you the round boxes. Second and third gets you the doorway in the space station that I'll show you shortly. Okay, on out of the anomaly, but I will end the tutorial as I get to my ship. Actually, I'm going to get to my ship and recycle it first so I can show you that. Hexagon, orient on the hexagon, and head out. Because you're in a new system, every time you go to a new system, you head towards that exosuit expansion slot, grab that, and then look for yellow and blue squares on the tables and countertops. This time I'll show you the third thing you do at every space station. Three things to do at every space station. Rather than go up the rampies, that's what I always do. I hop up. Grab the exosuit expansion slot, and I always fill up my tech tree first. By the way, you might have noticed that this slot right here was glowing. This one. See how it says supercharged? If I install a tech here, that means that any tech that I install in that slot will be overcharged or supercharged. So, on to the next thing, which is, apologies everyone, my headset died for a moment. I'm back in now. I had to stop the game, restart it, and get my headset back working again. We're back to the terminal again. So, as I was saying, you access this terminal here. This is where you can either upgrade or scrap your ship. This time we're going to scrap this because it's a busted ass ship. You claim the scrap worth, and it will give you money for your ship and place some scrap from the ship in your inventory. If your inventory is full, it'll decline. So you need to have some inventory space, because this is what it does. See these items here? These are scrap. These are modules. If it's not an S-class, you don't want it. So what you do is, you take those over here, talk to this guy, who I talked to you about in a previous video, access this menu and choose the sell option. These two are now available to sell, and you hit the sell. And you notice it gave you some nanites for it. Nanites are handy to have because you'll need them later to buy stuff. And when you sold that ship, your previous ship popped up in its place. And that's exactly what we wanted. And that ends this level of the tutorial and the end of the survival series. Have a great day. Welcome back to Yachts Tutorials. There's one part of the tutorial that I forgot to record, so I'm back in again with a quick clip. So, I told you there were three things to look for. The exosuit expansion, the yellow and blue squares, which I forgot to look for over here. I'll do that real quick. Nothing over here. There's a yellow square right there. Grab it up. This time it gave me nanites, but usually it'll give you navigation data. This is the room that I told you about that requires a level 3 actless pass. One of those passes that I mentioned at the Anomaly building. And you continue to the other side. And like I said, I don't use the ramps, I just hit about here, I start getting my jets, and it'll boost me right up. And then right about here, I start looking for cubes, or these little round things that look like this. I've already picked them up, but if you look at them, it'll say access them, and it'll let you pick them up, and they'll have either nanites or navigation data. Okay, so the third thing you do is you go to this guy right here that's next to the sales terminal, and he is the mission agent. And now you're able to get to him. There are two things that you want to grab at every mission agent. Anything that says kill a creature, or feed a creature, or kill sentinels, grab it. Because these missions do something called stacking. By stacking, I mean you can accept multiple missions. Like so. And they stack in your mission log. But you don't have to complete them all at once. You go down to the planet and you complete one or the largest of them. Like say you have one that's 8, one that's 10, and one that's 12. If you complete the one that's 12, it completes all 3 of them. Or you have a dozen or 10 or 50 or 100 missions in your log. All of them that say 10. And you complete all 50, it gives you the reward for all of them at once. Anyway, that's this short clip. I'm going to be adding it to the end of this tutorial. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next series, which will be called Shenanigans.